People of America, wake up! You are being hoodwinked once again and taken for a ride. Why is everybody and his brother crucifying Donald Trump? Well, let's take a look at who's doing it. First of all, let's look at who's backing Kasich and his little ego to become president when he hasn't even gotten hardly any representatives. Well, oh my goodness, George Soros just donated $700,000 with his minions to Kasich. Who is George Soros? Well, he's the man that's been running the Democrat Party and using President Obama as a puppet. Why did we get the Cuba opened up again? Why did we get Iran relationships? Because there's money to be had in Cuba and cheap labor, and in Iran with the oil. Also, all the big money people who attended the conference called the Enterprise Alliance on Sea Island off the coast of Georgia. The billionaires, CEOs, and politicians that met there, such as Karl Rove, Tim Cook, Larry Page, Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan, and even some Democrats. They all met to see what could they do to stop Trump. He's not going to play their big money game, such as George Soros and the rest of them. They all want a big one world government, and they want to be the ones that run it. That's why the borders are open. That's why Cuba was made relationships again. And that's why Iran was included in relationships. So they're crucifying Donald Trump with their worship of the big money instead of the one true God. Also, they're backing Cruz. He definitely egotistically wants the government to be under his control as president, and he's being backed by all those big billionaires now too. Plus, all the intellectually elite of the country love how he sounds. Cruz loves to sound sophisticated and erudite. How did that work for him when he was on the Senate floor filibustering? What happened? Nada, baby. Nothing happened, and that's what'll happen when he becomes president. He can talk a great game all he wants to, but we want to see action like Trump. The other people against Donald Trump are the Democrats. They hate Donald Trump because he also is trying to do God's will in our country. They are godless. They tried to get an amendment passed in the Senate at the beginning of this year to get rid of the First Amendment, and which is our freedom to speech and freedom of free religion. Wanting to get rid of religion, sound familiar? So they want their socialist Democrat Party to be God. And they want to make up the rules, and they will bully us into following them if we don't follow them. They want to say killing babies is okay in the womb. They want to say drugs are okay being legalized. They want to say it's okay for illegals to come over and vote for them. They want to say it's okay for entitlements, for people to get money for doing nothing. They are self-will run riot instead of God's will. None of these things that they stand for in their agenda are at all God's will. And women will be held accountable for abortions, if not in this lifetime, when they leave this planet Earth and meet their Maker. They will have some splaining to do unless they repent. I know. I've had 2 abortions. I was a Democrat. I asked for forgiveness, and I do believe that God forgives. But we are held accountable for all the wrongs that we do on this planet Earth, unlike what the Democrat Party wants to tell us. Also, Black Lives Matter is totally against Donald Trump. Why would this violent gang-like company want to be against him? Because it's just another excuse to be hateful and violent. Trump should sue them. Oh, and guess what? George Soros also backs Black Lives Matter. He's got his little fingers in everything, doesn't he? Trump should sue all of these thugs and protesters that are crashing his events. Thugs is Obama's word. Yes, hilarious as it seems, there is a law on the books called the Ku Klux Klan Act. And he can use this to sue these people who want to crash his events. See, the Ku Klux Klan Act was made to guarantee the rights of free speech and assembly to blacks back when the Ku Klux Klan wanted to break everything up. And so right back at you. It's legal, and you have no right to be crashing the events of Donald Trump. We'll sue you. You will not sue Donald Trump. Funny how the tables turn. All these people bringing hellfire and damnation onto Donald Trump because they knoweth that they have but a short time. They know Trump's going to get the job done. Borders closed, wall built, jobs back, law and order, no more drugs, no more exalting criminals, protecting our police, and God's will done in this country. God's will being done in this country was what made this country that shining city on the hill, because we were invoking God's light and obedient to God's will. That's what made our country great. African Americans were excluded from this dream by the old Jim Crow Democrat Party years ago. Now you are not excluded. You and all of us can help make this country that shining city on the hill. Vote for Donald Trump. He and all of us together will make this country great again. Under God. Thank you.